Welcome to Houston and the South Regional Final. What a weekend of basketball it's been. All these close regional finals. One more ticket to be punched. Gonzaga and Duke, the 1 and 2 seeds out of the South, about to square off. Hello, friends. Jim Nance along with Grant Hill, Bill Raftery, Tracy Wolfson. And, guys, this is going to be a big-time game. You can just feel it.
I can feel it. It'll be the talented Duke young guns versus the experience of Gonzaga. Should be a good one.
Grant loves the little guys. It's all about power. Who's going to dominate and guard well in the low post area?
Well, this Gonzaga team of Mark Fuse at 35-2 on the year. Starting 3 seniors. That backcourt's been together for 4 years. Pangos and Bell, they've got loads of experience. 122 wins, that senior class, averaging over 30 wins a year. Of course, Duke young and talented. The decorated freshmen, 3 of them, to go along with the likes of the senior captain, Quinn Cook. Guys, Gonzaga trying to go to the Final Four for the first time, and to do so, they have to go through the very program they've tried to model their own after.
Yeah, they have. Coach Few has looked at Duke as the example of the kind of program he wants to have, so it's only fitting that he would have to go through Duke and beat Duke and Coach K to get to his first Final Four.
Coach K knows Kyle Wiltshire is a very important player for the Zags. His ability deep and also defensively, can they beat him, bring him around, use him in screens, and blow by him?
The officials for this regional championship, Mike Stewart and Doug Sermons and Jeffrey Anderson. Winslow, who has had such a sensational tournament for Duke, he's been the guy that's hit the big shot when they've needed it the first 3 games. You saw Pangos trying to be the floor general. There have been some great ones in Gonzaga history, but trying to become the first playmaker to take them to the promised land. And here we go, the final piece of the puzzle. And the tap comes out to Pangos.
And Jim Nance, Grant Hill right now. Duke goes. Wait a minute.
All right, Raff, they work it down low to Karnowski, coming off a big game Friday night. It's Wesley open underneath, and Karnowski knows how to find the open player.
And Duke trapped Karnowski on that first possession, but he's a great passer. He found his open man, and it'll be interesting to see how they play him the rest of the way.
Karnowski had a couple of no-look assists in the win over UCLA on Friday night.
And if you notice, they put Wesley on Winslow. Wiltshire is not guarding Winslow, he's guarding Matt Jones. Wesley can move his feet and keep Winslow in front of him.
Big thing, Wesley's got to stay at home, and look, he's down. That's going to open up jump shots.
And here it is. The 3 is good by Winslow.
Smart play to kick out.
Good call, Coach.
Bell, meanwhile, driving on Winslow. Off the glass for 2 more.
Well, the guards really can blow by. It's important for Duke and on the other side for the Zags to contain dribble drive.
What kind of pace are we going to see here today, guys?
I think Duke will want to get out in transition. I think Gonzaga will be more selective with their getting up and down. They want to execute and get the ball inside and be deliberate with their offensive attack.
It's Jones and pulled down by Wiltshire. Pangos goes outside with it. Here's Wiltshire, their top scorer.
And that's where he's dangerous in the early.
And at this end, he's got Winslow on him. That's not the matchup at the other end. Wiltshire. And no whistle. Trying to maneuver a shot, but Winslow well defended. Up ahead, Matt Jones for the Devils.
And boy, what a counter.
And Coach, there'll be cross matches tonight, so they got to get back in transition, Gonzaga, to stop the break of Duke.
They love to slip Wiltshire in there. This is their high-low.
Jump shot off the mark by Wesley, but put back up and in by Wiltshire.
And that's the problem with that matchup. 5 inches being given away.
Look at Duke again in transition, but this time Matt Jones does not find the bucket.
Negros really loves to keep the dribble alive, does a nice job getting the piece of the lane. If he doesn't have anything, bringing it out.
And And Okafor read it and stole it and takes it right in with a nifty move.
What'd you say the other night, a Nerf ball?
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. Size.
Working off a rim off the back of the bedroom door. A little Nerf ball.
Unbelievable agility by the big fella.
That was something else. 2 defenders on him. Just played keep away. Karnowski feeds again. And Wesley short with the shot. And Okafor takes it away.
Well, he did a nice job containing his.
As Tyus Jones goes into the paint. And the freshman from the Minneapolis area is on the board.
Good sign for Duke. Tyus Jones been quiet most of this tournament. Get him going early is a good thing for the Blue Devils.
And Bell took his eye off of it. And Quinn Cook forced the steal. Here's Jones again for 2 more.
Well, they are really stepping on the accelerator. They're going right after them, tightening it up defensively, which Duke is known for.
A steal by Okafor, a steal by Cook. And the Zags have seen a couple of careless moments cost them. Pangos now.
Wiltshire had loaded up. They didn't get it to him.
Karnowski, front of the rim. Winslow loves the open court. Now gives it up.
Well, Okafor, I think, has been open early on a post-up or a duck-in. They just haven't gotten to the ball.
And forth they go, out high. Now Winslow feeds the corner. Matt Jones and the Texan from up Dallas way, south of the city of Dallas, has 5 points already.
And Coach, that was set up by Winslow's penetration, forcing help. Jones wide open in the corner, knocks it in. And
Plumlee's going to come in and give Okafor a blow.
A 9-0 run here by the Devils. Gonzaga has its biggest deficit of the tournament so far, but Wiltshire comes back to quiet things with a basket.
And they found out where to go. That's a tough matchup for Winslow. This kid has a lot of great post moves. There's that duck in. Good job moving him out, extricating him.
Okafor driving in, and Wesley bumped him.
Okafor says Winslow can get out, transition, and handle the ball. I can do it too. Getting the steal, finishing, little Statue of Liberty, one hand finish. Looking like a Nerf ball, Coach. You gotta love it.
He's the third guard in the offense right now. Big fella.
In Houston, and now the Powerade sideline report with Tracy Wolfson.
Well, thanks a lot, Jim. Mike Krzyzewski told me he often gets nervous. His whole team gets nervous before big games because of their youth. He said the key for them, though, is managing those nerves. Jahlil Okafor told me he always gets nervous before big games, but he said the key for him is not letting it affect his play. Coach K told me he was hoping with a game under their belt, they would come out a little bit more loose. Looks that way so far, the fast start that they needed, Jim.
All right, thank you, Tracy. And 3 subs in for Duke, as Cook and Jones, the backcourt, remain in there, but Plumlee along with Allen and Jefferson on the floor now. Karnowski, by the way, was called for that foul as we went to break. It was not on Wesley like we first thought. And they sit their 7-footer for a moment as Allen puts up the jumper. And Sabonis is in the lineup now for the Zags, who take it away, along with Dran Guinness handling it right here.
A big factor, this kid does all the nuts and bolts things. And look at the mismatch inside with Allen. They got him if they turn. Good job by the little guy.
Allen trying to hold off Wiltshire. Wiltshire wants it and gets it.
We mentioned the other night, Charles Barkley did that so well. And this kid has the same kind of a feel and uses the derriere as well.
Wiltshire has 6 of the Bulldogs' 10.
Jefferson gets right to the glass. Good offensive rebounder.
And the 3 is good by Tyus Jones.
That was set up by Quinn Cook's dribble penetration to the middle. They had the help come, and Jones knocked it in.
Now he makes the deep shot, Jim. He is a different player with his blow-by ability.
Watch number 11, though, on the floor for the Zags. Here he is, Sabonis, the son of the Hall of Famer, has his shot blocked by Plumlee, and it bounces out of his hands into the arms of Jefferson up ahead. Jones.
Tough shot.
Trying to get 2 in a row. Pangos full steam ahead, and no whistle as Pangos goes about 2 rows deep, and it's going to come back to the Bulldogs.
It looked like Jim Pangos might have been tripped on that play or lost his footing in transition. We'll get a better look here. Pushing the ball.
He lost it. You're right.
Yeah,
look
he
at
lost his footing a little bit there.
In the old days, fans would have held him out, but he wouldn't have been able to get back.
Winslow, after just a short break, returns for Duke. Here's Wiltshire, and that's going to be a foul on Jefferson. So Kyle Wiltshire, who was a member of the Kentucky National Championship team in 2012, trying to go back to a Final Four. When you factor in his tournament games at Kentucky and now at Gonzaga, he has a 9-0 record in the NCAA tournament. How about that?
Pretty good start.
And he now has 7 points. Watch live games on your Amazon Fire HD, Windows, or other connected devices with NCAA March Madness Live. Watch now at ncaa.com/March Madness or download the app today.
And Jim Wiltshire is just a nightmare of a matchup because he can play all areas of the floor. I think Duke's got to take advantage and get him involved in ISOs and dribble drives. Of course, he's on Jefferson, who's basically a guy who rebounds, screens, and plays solid.
And the thing right now with Wiltshire on Jefferson, he can really be the help guy. He can muck it up inside defensively and just be a help defender for his teammates.
Quinn Cook from the wing. He's got a 3 and starts a new streak. His consecutive game streak with at least 1 3 came to an end on Friday night here at 45 games in a row. And now he has an early 3 in this one. Sabonis with Plumlee behind him. Doubled up and taken away by Winslow.
Wire to wire.
Yep, here he goes. And again, the whistle as he hits the floor. Out to Tyus, to the corner to Cook. And Cook's long with that one. Jefferson.
Kid's amazing. All the junk. I'll go to work. And I think Winslow's foot went out from under him on that move to the rim. And hopefully he will be okay. Such a major factor for Duke. And here's just a great double. Tearing down, raking, and helping out.
It looks like he got out in transition here and kind of his leg buckled. It might have his left toe or foot looked like it turned a little bit.
Did.
That is not good. Hopefully he'll be able to get back and recover. But you have to have an awareness of where he is all the time on the defensive end, and Sabonis lost sight of him.
And you notice they pushed him to the right also, which is a little tougher away from the dominant hand. And you see the right foot at the end of this when he lands. Look at this now. Watch how it turns.
Ooh.
Oh, goodness. Ooh. All had those babies. Hopefully he can recover quickly.
Okafor is back for Duke along with Matt Jones. Every starter for Duke already with a basket and an assist.
And see if they can get Okafor involved a little bit. Here's their horn set. Usually he dives and shapes up.
Matt Jones takes the 3 and he's off the mark with that one. But it's looks like it's going to be going back to Duke out of the break. It's the signal I saw. We were watching all those angles of Justice Winslow landing on his right foot. It looked awkward, but you spotted at first, Grant, that the left ankle was in an odd position too. And that's Jim, the one they're taping up.
Yeah, Jim, as Winslow was going in, he planted with his left foot, and he kind of turned it, maybe sprained it pretty bad, and he's getting the tape right now. Let's see what happens.
Tracy, do you have any more? As they come into Okafor, and the basket goes. It's going to be the second on Karnowski.
And that is the message Coach K, get it to the big fella. He can do so many things. He can put this team right on his shoulder, particularly with Winslow's difficulties.
Let's go now over to Tracy.
Well, thanks, Jim. You can see what they've been doing. They took off the tape on that left ankle. He actually injured that left ankle the last week of the season. So they took that tape off, and now they're putting on new tape. No word from the athletic trainer from Duke yet as to whether he will be able to return. But as you saw, it's a pretty bad twist of an ankle that he already had injured. Jim?
All right. And the other issue right now is that Karnowski for the Bulldogs, who has not been a factor so far, goes to the bench with 2 fouls.
And Mark Few going inside, and why not? So many weapons this kid possesses. Look at his footwork.
Gotta love his patience, coach. Can score in so many ways, and last game he didn't play so well, didn't really get a chance to get off, but he's come out and setting the tone here early for the Zags.
That's the first basket, though, by the Zags in 3 minutes as they find themselves down 9.
Well, look at Okafor working. I love it. Presenting himself. Domas Sabonis doing a great job with his footwork tonight.
Cook. Tough angle. Off the floor, though, Okafor has it. Short with the left hand. Sabonis says, I'll take it. The son of the Hall of Famer, Arvydas Sabonis, up ahead to Pangos, and he's pushed by Matt Jones. His first.
You really have to get back in transition. A big concern of Mike Krzyzewski. This team has that extra gear, and bigs get in position to dominate as well. Helen can beat you a little bit with the drive and a 3.
Looks like Winslow's ready to get back into the game.
And look at this match. Great help by Okafor. Ooh, I thought that was off Wilshire.
And they had a quick double up on Wiltshire, and here comes Winslow after being taped up. The Houston kid. He was the prep player of the year in the greater Houston area last year, winning the Guy V. Lewis Award. And he's back here with a huge throng of followers inside the stadium today. Wiltshire.
The running hook
is too strong with that one.
Well, he's getting good shots, though. The difficulty, though, is they're away from what they normally run, and if you don't ring the bell, they're going to go back to their original offense. Cross screen for Okafor. The ball not arriving properly, though.
Got to be impressed with Sabonis inside, using his legs, get around, being quick, not letting Okafor get a chance to set up.
5 to shoot. Winslow moving well now. And too strong with it. Sabonis.
Big time snatch. Now that ankle looks pretty good to keep Pangos from turning the corner.
Taking it to the hole, though. It's Sabonis, and again, there is no foul. It'll stay at this end. Watch Masters live on CBSSports.com for exclusive video of Amen Corner and all the action at 15 and 16, the featured groups, the highlights, and analysis on CBSSports.com and Masters.com.
And Jim, you know, Texas has a lot of oil. Well, you can pump a lot in that lane, and Okafor's not biting, doing a great job staying on the floor.
Well, I knew you'd find some way to tie it all to basketball here in the oil capital of the country. As Wiltshire feeds it, Sabonis, wide open miss.
Over the top, I think.
Sabonis, after the missed shot, crashed into the back, and that's his first. He's a good-looking prospect. 6'10 freshman. His father's 7'3", who went into the Hall of Fame just 4 years ago. One of the great European players of all time.
Well, Grant, you played against the dad, right?
Played against him in the latter part of his career, but one of the greatest centers of all time when he was healthy early in his career.
You see Okafor waves Jones out. A little nice double here. Wesley helping.
We're over 11 minutes into the game, and Duke has not turned it over once. No
drop step.
Great defense.
What a stop by Sabonis.
And the emotion that they need to get going right now.
Let's see if it spills over to this end as McClellan doesn't know where to go with it.
Okafor, such a presence. And Wilshire looking to load up again. Pick and pop. And now he has what he wants.
And we've got a call down low, and I believe it's going to be on Okafor.
Coach, there has been an awareness on Okafor, but how about the defense here on Sabonis? Being strong, putting his hands up, getting the block, showing some emotion. Frustrating the big fella Okafor as he goes to the bench with the foul.
Just the third team foul on the Blue Devils. First on Jalil. And inbounds, they got it. Sabonis, and one.
How about the footwork of this kid? Now, I know he's played in Europe, played some high-level competition, but just so comfortable around the rim and just faulty defense, no communication. And the coach, they were telling us yesterday, the big thing for Duke is communication. And that skill abandoned on that trip, but a spirited youngster.
Yes, he is. Foul on Tyus Jones. He lived the first 4 years of his life in Portland, did Sabonis, and then the family moved back to Lithuania. His dad runs the basketball federation back in his home country, and Lamontis last year played prep ball down in Malaga and just discovered the NCAA tournament. Once he knew he was coming over here, he was so excited about being in the Elite Eight when we met with him yesterday.
I think he's got a little devil in him, too. The kids were saying, quiet in front of us is Chivas. Tough shot.
And that call goes against Pangos as we reach the under 8 break. 6-point Blue Devil lead. We've got a rematch game in Indianapolis, semifinal rematch of Wisconsin and Kentucky. And what a thriller it was a year ago. Michigan State heading back under the amazing Tom Izzo for the 7th time under Coach Iz. And these regional finals, they have been something special. Margins of victory of 2, 6, and 7. By the way, the rematch, semifinal rematches. So you might say, well, what about Duke UNLV? Well, one was a semifinal, one was in a championship game. As Tyus Jones hits the first, and we remind you the Late Late Show with James Corden. Don't miss David Beckham and Claire Danes, plus Matthew Perry and Thomas Lennon from The Odd Couple. This week after Dave, only CBS.
Talk about those rematches in the semifinals of the Final Four. UCLA against Houston, 67, 1968. And, of course, Cal versus Cincy back in 1959, 1960.
Oh, goodness. Terrific pressure in the backcourt. I thought a little nickel dimer, but you've got to be ready when you play Duke. Either the three-quarter court in this, they really extend it. I love the way just it takes away the sideline and
First on Winslow as they continue to sit their center, Shimmick Karnowski, with 2 fouls.
Take that New York subway, you can bang around harder than that. You can't complain.
Bell bounce pass Sabonis.
Nice help.
Now they cover him up, but then Bell hits up the 3. It's off the front.
Didn't look like Bell got on balance on that shot, Coach.
Duke has not made a field goal now in over 4 minutes.
A little stack series they run. And Plumlee loves to do the screening. A terrific offensive rebounder. High percentage, and he's always around the rim.
Jefferson now gives it up to Plumlee. Bounce pass back outside. Quick passes. Sets up Cook.
Look at the hustle of Plumlee. He ends up fouling or wasn't the problem. You love to play with Plumlee. Any other big guy would have gone back up. He kicks it out.
Hey, we got Winslow here at home in Houston, and Plumlee, who would like to get back to his home state out of Warsaw, Indiana, as Karnowski continues to watch, coming off an 18.9 rebound game. A big difference maker in the victory over the Bruins.
Nice slip.
Sabonis, and able to wait for Winslow to commit.
And that's the luxury that Mark Few has. Karnowski gets in foul trouble. You plug him in with another great center in Sabonis, and seeing the unselfish passing of Gonzaga on that last possession.
Duke has missed his last 5 shots from the field. An 11-point lead at one time is down to 6.
And Duke with Okafor on the bench, they got to get perimeter play here now.
Big kid.
Look at Tyus Jones on the run off the glass.
kid is so tough around the rim. With the kiss, the little guy. Uh-oh.
Wiltshire has the three.
Pick and pop, early offense. You got to watch him. The luxury that Mark Few has. Multi-positional delivery.
Quickly at the other end, Pangos comes in to take it.
Numbers.
Wesley released early. There he is. Coming in on Winslow, who defends it. Got a hand on it, and Duke's able to escape. What looked like a certain bucket for a moment that would have trimmed it to three.
I think he gave it up a little early. He had some options, maybe another dribble.
That's the thing about Winslow. He gets blocks and steals and assists, and of course had a double-double the other night with points and rebounds. Doesn't get that to drop. Bell out-battles everybody with it.
Oh, nice, tenacious defense. Got numbers again.
Sabonis down the lane to Wesley. And the Bulldogs are down three.
How about the quick timeout? It started with Sabonis with a little screen and slip to push up the floor, the open floor opportunities. Devastating. A sleight of hand. Phew, make him a point guard.
Gonzaga has outscored Duke 12-4, led by Wiltshire, having a big game, 5 of 7 from the field with 13 of their 24.
And Coach, yesterday, Coach K talked about communication. Well, Duke miscommunicated that on a screen and roll, and Wiltshire, the best shooter on the floor, leaving him wide open. That's a no-no for Duke's transition defense.
And Jimmy beat you in so many spots. That's what makes him a tough out.
As Sabonis tries to prevent them from getting it to Okafor in the paint.
And Grant said what a great job he's done with his footwork. Here they may have him, but they don't look.
All starters on the floor for each side except Karnowski.
Nice cross.
Whose minutes have been taken by Sabonis, and he's done well. Tapped around and out to Gonzaga and Pangos.
Used the floor nicely. Mark Few's done a great job with this team. Talks about the affection he's had for these guys. And they did have the post up to Wiltshire with Jones. There's a little pin down. Wiltshire wants a post up.
I think it's important for Gonzaga to run their offense like they're doing, not try to go at mismatches, but get into the flow of their offense here early in the first half.
A pretty good defense has forced them to use a nice slip again, but help. Jones.
And again, in the passing lane was Winslow. Jones, three is wide, and off the floor, Pangos races to it. 2-on-2, Pangos takes it in, tapped up and in by Sabonis to bring it to one.
How about the way that kid sprinted the floor, didn't give up on the play whatsoever. Pangos with the attack, complimented.
Short with the shot, and Wesley says, I'll take it.
Well, they are really trying to uptick the tempo.
Cook almost able to make the steal. It'll be Gonzaga ball out of the under 4, and they have come back from 11 down to within 1.
For young players at home, you want to keep running, never give up on a play. Sabonis out hustling, playing with heart, leading his team here in the first half.
Tune into Inside March Madness, presented by Buick, and find out. Gonzaga early almost seemed like there was a level of tenacity coming at them that they weren't accustomed to, and they've now adjusted.
And I don't think they saw this kind of defense in their league on a consistent basis, and boy, they have really gotten their legs under them, mostly because of the big fella. Sabonis, here's a duck in, too easy.
And he just lost the handle, trying to back in on Okafor. 5th turnover for Gonzaga. While at this point, Duke has not committed a turnover in the game.
And, Coach, you talk about Duke's defense. Well, Gonzaga here, I mean, their offense is sensational, but their defense has been top-notch. Duke has missed 10 of their last 11 shots because the Gonzagas are forcing them into tough shots like that last one by Tyus
There's
Jones.
another one. Only one basket, in fact, Grant, over the last 8 minutes.
See, that's a turnover, that kind of a shot. And Okafor was free. Got to get it to the big guy.
Bulldogs last led at 6-5. And now Sabonis. That rattles out into the arms of Tyus Jones.
I thought Wesley could have just raised up and shot the ball over Tyus Jones on that one. A little too unselfish.
And matchup with Jones, Wiltshire can relax a little bit. He's a spot-up shooter.
Off on their last 11 of 12 and 5 in a row. Now Okafor, though. He's going to score from there. Right over Sabonis.
A clinic. A little dipsy-do with the bounce, big fella, to finish.
First basket in over 4 minutes for the Devils.
A nice move by Mike, too. Isoed him on the foul line. He can beat a lot of people out there.
Bell. And that's going to be on Sabonis, his second.
The two bigs are in trouble for Mark Few now. That's one of those you want to hustle. He's a terrific offensive rebound. Gets over 2 a game. 85 for the year coming in. And right there, one of those, better judgment has to prevail.
I would assume now Duke would try to go inside and get that third foul on Sabonis as Okafor starts getting warmed up here.
Under 2 minutes to go in the half. 5 team fouls on each side.
I would double him here. Oh, offense. Good job. How about that?
Oh, with the 2 fouls to hang in there and take the charge.
He has been around the world, and defensively, he has been extraordinary. Move those puppies. Take the hit.
If you've noticed, too, Duke is putting Okafor now at the elbow to try to avoid that double team. And right there, Sabonis didn't need any help drawing that charge.
And that's number 2 on Okafor. And that goes in the books as the first Duke turnover of the game. Mangos to Sabonis. Got three Blue Devils around him.
Foul.
He lowered his shoulder and he picks up his third.
I'm so frustrated. Just gave it up. Ooh, Nunez is coming in from. Watch this now. This is something you do in the playground, maybe, when you're frustrated.
Just push the defender away with the basketball. But that is a big moment here with 1:26 to go in the half. And the Zags bring in Angel Nunez to play the final minute and 20. 6'8" junior out of Washington Heights, New York, formerly with Louisville.
Nice penetration and the help from the rear. It looked like Mark Few was saying, you shouldn't do that. He said, well, my dad taught me how to do that. Sabonis. ISO, this is a tough match for Wiltshire. Good read.
That'll set up 2 free throws for Winslow. Coming up at the half, AT&T at the half with Greg and Clark, Kenny and Charles. Their first half analysis and a look at Michigan State's overtime victory that gets them to the Final Four. Plus, they're going to be joined live by Wisconsin's Bo Ryan and Frank Kaminsky coming up on AT&T at the half. Nunez with the foul is first.
Great awareness, though, by Winslow. The rim protector's out of the game, in foul trouble, gets the ball, puts his head down, gets to the basket, and all you can do is foul there.
Now, Wiltshire's the one guy they've got to get defensively at, I think, because he doesn't have the foot speed to cover. And talking to the guys yesterday, they thought they could take advantage of it.
May have seen right behind Sabonis on that bench the former Gonzaga star, Adam Morrison, who is still around this program, helps out the coaching staff. There he is. He's their all-time tournament scorer in school history.
And like all great programs, they have a connection to the past. You know, Duke has it. We've talked about it. Mark Few has it. Assistant coaches who became head coaches. Great relationship. And that's why consistently these programs are excellent.
Timeout called at 31-26, last minute first half. Gonzaga timeout. Jim Nance with Grant Hill, Bill Raftery, and Tracy Wolfson, as 5 teams are still alive for the championship. Kentucky, Wisconsin, all set for their matchup next week. Michigan State to face the winner of this one.
And Duke likes to make a little bit of a run as we close the half here. Gonzaga, if they can just be strong, get a couple stops on defense, execute on offense, they'll feel good about themselves with their big guys in foul trouble here in the first half.
I would see him go for 2 for 1 and go at it real quick with Wilshire on Jefferson. Stymied with good D.
Pangos able to feed it to Wilcher, far away from the basket, so he whips it outside to Wesley in the paint. No foul. Puts up the shot, front of the rim. Jefferson has it.
Big stop. Excellent. Great look.
Well, they got within 1, and then Duke opens it up to 5 and looking for more here with 15 seconds to the intermission.
I think it's got to be a dribble drive. Wilshire in the back with Jefferson. Watch him on the glass. Pin down.
Cook, 3, slides off the rim. Nunez has it, but the half has arrived. Gonzaga trails Duke by 5. They got only 6 minutes of action out of their 7'1" center Karnowski, who did not score and did not have a rebound, just 1 assist.
Terrific defense, I thought, by Gonzaga to get back in, and then a few mistakes with that. With the foul problems, they're going to be limited in the hole.
Let's go over to Tracy.
Thanks a lot, Coach. An 11-point lead. You got out to the fast start you wanted, but they were able to adjust. What do you need to get back to?
Well, they're going to adjust. I mean, leads are not going to be that big in this game. People are going to get stops. They're going to score. We're going to score. I thought both teams played outstanding defense. I'm not sure coming into the game people thought that, but they're playing great defense. For us, for a while there, it was tough for us to score, and then we picked it up defensively.
How can you take advantage of their 2 bigs in foul trouble?
I'm sorry?
How can you take advantage of their 2 bigs in foul trouble?
Yeah, but they rotate 3 bigs. They're not going to be in foul trouble, you know, and we're in foul trouble. Jot was on the bench, so they got more bigs than we do, so I'm not worried about them.
Thanks a lot.
Thanks, Tracy. Grant?
Gonzaga dodged a bullet. Big's in trouble there, foul trouble. Only down 5. They're in good shape.
Well, they were held scoreless the final 3:50 of the first half, led by Wiltshire, but Duke's on top, 31-26. AT&T at the half. After these messages, you're watching the NCAA Men's Basketball Championship.
Transition and getting to the free throw line, really the only offense thus far for Duke.
So 31-26, not exactly what we thought this would be as far as scoring. We thought this might be a kind of a high-scoring affair. Not been the case.
It's been a lot of defense out there, a lot of fouls being called. I think teams will settle down now, and whoever can execute on offense has a chance here.
I think the big fella Okafor's got to be dominant. Go to him on a consistent basis. We've seen him make passes to the correct guy. Let him establish himself, punish the foul-ridden Zags.
All right, Tracy, what do you have?
Well, thanks a lot, Jim. You guys mentioned Tyus Jones and his 11 points in the first half. Well, Mark Few, coming out of the locker room, told me that he's going to put Gary Bell on him to start this first half. And then he said, as for Kevin Pangos and having scoreless in the first half, he said he needs to get him going. And the final words to his team, you're 20 minutes away from a Final Four. It is right there for you, Jim.
Yeah, that'll get everybody's attention.
And there it is. That's the way to go.
Yep, working in on Karnowski. He was able to hold the space. Karnowski's first rebound of the game up ahead to Pango. So it's going to be a different look for the Zags. They only had their center in there for 6 minutes in that first half. Out with 2 fouls. The other 14.
Pretty good job defensively. Cook really can rag people. Mike was telling us last week how many guys he has played well. Grant comes to mind from Notre Dame. Miss.
3 seconds on the shot clock. Fadeaway, Wiltshire. And off the floor with it is Wesley. Bell's got the open 3. And he cans it.
Great presence of mind by Wesley to find the open shooter off the offensive rebound. Gonzaga getting going here. start the second half.
Yeah, that's their first basket. Remember, they were blank the last 3:50 of the first half, so 4:50 was that scoring drought, and they've got Wesley going up ahead. Trying to tie it on the lay-in. Follow-up, Wiltshire, dead even at 31. Timeout, Duke.
The run, the couple early minute bursts, the ability to knock down shots on that miss rebound, and how about this open floor? You got to run the floor just in case. Loose change, clean it up, next in line.
Has been sensational. Wesley with a little tip, getting out in transition, and Wiltshire never gives up on the play, finishing. The little things are what helps the team win, and Wesley's done that here thus far to start.
Tracy, let's go to you.
Mike Krzyzewski during that last timeout pleading with his team, saying fight, you got to fight for what you want. He said you have to get emotional. He wants to see that emotion out there, and we know, he said it all week, his team is at their best when they are showing that energy, that emotion out there, guys.
We saw that energy and emotion at the start for Duke, but over the last 12 and a half minutes, they've been outscored 19-8. However, Matt Jones hits the shot from the corner.
And look at Coach K. Youthful exuberance over there.
Wesley with Jones dinging up at the other end. Wesley's shot rattles in.
He can get that anytime he wants, Coach. Right over Matt Jones in the post.
A lot of spots they can put him. Wilshire got caught down there. He said, no, I'm going back outside. I don't want the big guy. They string this out. Looking for a little late getting to the rim.
Back he comes, though, and he's hacked.
And a nice job with the wall screen. He got tripped up a little bit, but they're trying to move the big guy, Karnowski, around just to take advantage.
Bell with his first.
A little bit of a screen here, and as he goes, he gets a little bit tripped up, which slows him down, and Jones with the peek over the shoulder, unable to convert, but solid little run.
Oh, an air ball. Be that guy that knows everything about your favorite team before the rest of your friends. Download the Team Stream app from Bleacher Report to get all your team's news first.
You know, Coach, I think Duke could take advantage of going in screen and roll with Karnowski's man. Make him use his feet defensively.
And what a move to the basket by Pangos.
And you know who set that up? Karnowski. He locked up Okafor. Open drive right to that tin.
And the Zags have their first lead since 2.5 minutes into the game. First time Duke's trailed in the second half of any of the tournament games. And that's a push-off on Wiltshire.
And right here, just this subtle little maneuver, Jim, enables the driving lane, hooks up Okafor, Pangos on the board. He and Cookham negate at one another. Either one steps up, it could change this game.
First foul on Wiltshire.
Take him.
And a mismatch, gotta go.
Yeah. He's got a bigger one now.
Yeah. Look at Karnowski.
I think he heard you.
Out beyond the arc, trying to defend. Jones drives in on him.
Tough shot, though. Karnowski, good footwork.
Bell to Karnowski. On the floor, it's picked up by Wesley. And it drops.
I'll tell you what, Wesley has been in the right place at the right time here to start the second half. Offensive rebound, a steal, a nice post up, and here just picking it up, drawing the foul, and trying to make a three-point play. And his buddies on the bench. Are they excited or what?
Mark Few, his dad, a minister, does a lot of praying because this kid could have gone to Oklahoma State, Pitt or Baylor, and went up the road with the Zags.
Talking about Wesley, who graduated in just 3 years, a psych major at Southern Cal, and able to transfer immediately under the graduation exception rule. And he's working on his master's in organizational leadership. He'll get that too. His parents really emphasizing the education. And he does a little schooling right there on the doubles three-point play. And Duke now faces its biggest tournament deficit, down 4.
Right now, it's all perimeter. Nice little take advantage with confidence by Cook. Starting to heat up.
That ends a 7-0 run by Gonzaga.
Well, there's not a great offensive group right now for Duke, particularly up front.
Bell driving in. Last touch by Duke. Oh, it might be a little disagreement here with the officials. And it's going back to the Blue Devils. They changed the call. Cook drives in, backs off, Pangos, banks it home. Devils down 2. This March Madness, be open to try sharing a Coke Zero with your rival and turn them into a frenemy. Here with nothing but friends with Grant Hill, Bill Raftery, Tracy Wolfson. Here's the call they changed. They said it was last touch by Bell. It's Duke's basketball.
A tough call from deep on the floor.
I'm not sure about that.
Yeah. We'll guard around, and this guy's got to get on track. Bad ankle and all, and he's not been the same really since he's injured that foot.
Jefferson out battles it for the ball off the floor. Winslow was about to go up with it, and Bell knocks it out. Bell, the defensive player of the year in his conference.
I say Duke is just struggling out there. 23 points in the first 8 minutes, 13 over the last 16 minutes. Got to find a way to manufacture some points here.
Jim, the Zags have been excellent, as Grant noted, defensively. Great communication. Karnowski able to string things out, even contain Jones earlier.
And Karnowski's been able to go the first 4.5 of the second half without a whistle. They have not put back in Sabonis, who has 3 in the second half. Winslow, though, driving in and gets the roll.
And he took advantage of Wilcher, and that's the key, I think. Dribble drive, make him use those puppies. Nice job by Plumlee, forcing him out a little bit. Loves now each cut.
Oh! Almost went in on the deflected pass. Wow. Winslow.
Great defense.
Sure was. They kept giving them ground. Well, they had numbers if they wanted it.
Wesley, though, not in any hurry. With the game tied at 38 under 15.
Cook can really guard. Look at him. Hide and seek here.
Pangos back of the rim, and Winslow pulls it down.
Nice cross.
Jefferson back out with it. Now Cook, floater. Slides off the rim into the arms of Wesley.
What a game he has had. Both ends. They got an early post-up if they want it. Good job by Jefferson.
I think Gonzaga has to go inside to Karnowski.
They go long instead with Bell. Tapped up and over to Cook. So Gonzaga has failed to score on its last 3 trips down the floor as Tyus Jones kicks it to the corner. Last touch by Gonzaga as Okafor is ready to check back in along with Matt Jones.
And Mike's doing a nice job of rotating people, trying to keep them fresh, but they're limited in the offensive end when Okafor is out.
I'd imagine that Gonzaga will come back soon with Sabonis.
Well, I think Karnowski's playing so well, they can steal these minutes.
Picked by Okafor. And Jones.
Nice job again by the big guy, Karnowski.
Pangos pushes it up. Whips it outside, Wilcher. Long with it.
He's mad at himself. He gets a clean look. He expects to nail it. Well, they forgot Okafor, didn't they?
Wide open.
Duke shooting 30% for this half. Zags wanted a travel call.
They come a little late here just to make him dribble it.
Backing in on Karnowski. Pass to the corner. Cook gives it up outside. And Matt Jones, he is becoming the unsung hero today.
For the extra pass, and really the patience of Okafor not to do anything silly. Stayed within himself and defied.
Mark Few says, we got to talk things over. 7 unanswered by Duke. Back on top.
Okafor, nothing there. Finding Cook. Dribble penetration, draw the defense, extra pass, and Matt Jones is not shy. He's hit big threes all season, trying to get his team going here in the second half. But it's been the complementary players, Matt Jones and Wesley for Gonzaga, leaving a mark here in this game.
Matt Jones has hit 3 threes already in this game, tied for scoring honors with Tyus Jones, 11 each.
And one jump, three-point shot jumps to my mind. A big 3 against Louisville he had early in the year. He does step up. Nice D.
Pangos' pass stolen by Matt Jones.
Ooh, not just a cameo. He's a factor.
Gonzaga now scoreless over 4 minutes. Okafor rattles out, and Karnowski was slipping as he was going out of bounds.
What a smart play.
And Tyus Jones bounces it off the big 7-footer. It'll stay with Duke.
He knows the game. Just throw it off a body, stay in the air long enough. This time, he pays for being big and a little slow to get up.
Wow.
Lazarus, sir.
And how about the Dallas Cowboys? We may be in Houston, but the Cowboys have traveled south. Romo and Coach Garrett and Jason Witten. They traveled to Cameron this season.
I think
straight year to watch the Devils. Okafor gets the shot to go.
I think that was a great shot by Okafor, but he's got to face up on Karnowski. You can't back him down. Use your speed and quickness, not your strength against the big fella.
What a response here, Bill, by Duke after falling behind by 4. They answer back with 9 unanswered.
And Karnowski a little dismayed when he's free. He isn't getting the ball in the low box. Not much good out there.
Oh, and another turnover.
I think he's fatigued, too. That's what that looked like.
The big fella proving me wrong that he can back Karnowski down. A little touch, knocking it in.
Here's a big stat. Gonzaga, 11 turnovers in this game versus only 2 for Duke. And by the way, there's only one president and first lady in the history of our country who have ever lived to celebrate a 70th wedding anniversary, and that happened on January the 6th of this year for that fine young couple.
I know
Houston's first couple.
I know you're very close to them.
It's great to see them here. They've adopted Duke as their favorite team. The president and his chief of staff, Gene Becker, went to a Duke home game just last year, and here to lend some support as Okafor's shot is off the mark, and it's going back to Gonzaga.
Here I thought all that extra security was for you, Bill.
Yeah.
I thought it was for Jim. Every place we turned, there was somebody coming over here. One of his 7 homes in the country.
Well, this was a special one for me, and we'll get that security for you, Raph, next week in Indianapolis, okay?
I may need it late. Sabonis on the floor now with Karnowski. So let's see if they can do some double duty pinning there. Then they got him.
They've had 8 straight empty trips. As Sabonis sees a double team coming, bounces it over to Karnowski. He gives it up, and it leads to 2 by Dranginis.
He's the answer for that team. Some of the things Jefferson and Matt Jones do for Duke, he does for the Zags.
That was 5.5 minutes between baskets for the Zags. Taken off Tyus Jones, and he gets it right back for Duke.
Nice little give and go there. Jones and Jefferson.
So they got both the big guys in there for Gonzaga. That's a look we did not see in the first half, as Karnowski had to sit with the 6-minute mark with the 2 fouls, and then Sabonis picked up 3 in the last 2 minutes of the first half. Karnowski now trying to get into the offense, and he does.
And they got the weak side rebounding. One has it, the other loads up. And they do run a great high-low as well, with the two of them in the game at the same time. Here's what you'd like. Turn and face. Karnowski really is physical inside there. Good play by Bell.
Matt Jones sets up for another one. Number 4 of the day from outside the arc.
Ooh, he's from DeSoto. When you play like that, you drive a Cadillac.
Very well done.
I'm very old. I know a DeSoto when I see one.
Yeah, Matt Jones from DeSoto, Texas, in the Dallas area, showing off in front of his favorite football team, the Cowboys, who are here. And that happened right in front of Romo and Witten and Coach Garrett and his mother, who I saw at halftime, and she's very excited about her son having a chance to go to the Final Four. They will if they can pull this one off.
As she should be. They give the touches to the treetops. Here's the high-low set.
Duke on a 14-4 run as Sabonis wants to take it inside. He waits, and he scores, and he has a free throw on the way.
It is not fair to be that big and that skilled. Taking a smaller Matt Jones off the dribble, nice footwork, the patience, the strength, getting inside and finishing. Wait, Coach, he took Matt Jones off the dribble from the perimeter and got in there and was able to execute. I like this kid.
Boy, he's something else. He's averaging 12 points, 9 rebounds a game in the tournament. Pretty close to his season averages. And his family is watching live back in Lithuania on the internet. How
about that? Because the ability to pass that he possesses, they're backing off him on that jump shot. A wise little move. Good blow by.
Winslow up high. And again, this is a kid who knows how to hit the shot when the game gets tight.
Boy, Mike told all of us that. It just seems to raise the level at the correct time.
Matt Jones picked up his 3rd foul the last time down here on defense.
A nice little
Pangos.
screen. That's his shot, too.
On the run, off the floor with it, Winslow.
Well, he rehearses that, practices it diligently.
Let's see if Duke can continue to go back to Winslow.
Oh, Karnowski left his feet, and there was contact. And they call it on the center of Gonzaga, his 3rd.
Now the blow-by ability here, Grant, pretty effective.
Effective. I thought Karnowski went straight up, kept his hands high, jumped straight up, was vertical. His big body, Tyus Jones bounced off it, might have sold it, but I thought that was pretty good defense by the big fella.
You pay for a belly bump on occasion, and he's good at that. These guards with their free throw shooting is just incredible what they're able to do.
And this is where Duke, at this point in the game, starts to slowly pull away. I think Gonzaga has to go back inside and take advantage of their strength interior.
Jefferson replaces Matt Jones as Tyus Jones able to convert at the line. It's an 8-point Duke lead, approaching the 8-minute mark.
Mark Few calling the play now. He wants them down low. Well, they got Jones if they got the entry pass.
Karnowski.
Good defense.
Sets up, though, an open man in the corner. Follow up, Dranginis.
The cleanup man. As the guard around play, they run frequently. Dribble exchange.
Winslow has got the size advantage here. Cook.
And one.
Oh, I thought it was going to drop.
He's so effective. Wise, elder statesman.
Strength, elegance, and agility. Only the very best reach the NCAA championships. Who claim the national trophy? Experience live. 2015 NCAA Women's Gymnastics Championships, April 17 through 19.
Spectacular action, Wisconsin over Arizona. Second straight year they take the West Final against the Wildcats. Kentucky's undefeated season. They're heading to Indianapolis, first unbeaten to go to a Final Four since 91 UNLV. And Izzo and Michigan State as the 7th seed. We saw them last week in Charlotte. We knew they were underseeded, but there are the start times. The winner of this game against Michigan State, that'll be the first one. And then Wisconsin and Kentucky in the second national semifinal. In fact, that matchup between Bo Ryan and Coach Cal, both coaches are finalists for the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame that will be announced, the class, on Monday, Championship Monday morning in Indianapolis. So there they are, meeting in the Final Four. And there's Quinn's mother, as he makes a second one off the Pangos foul, which was a second for the Gonzaga point guard.
Well, he shoots 88%. I don't think mom has to close her eyes.
Maybe that's the reason it works.
And right now, Wilshire on the floor, trying to get some punch offensively.
Now, Wilshire, those only had 2 points the last 19 minutes.
Nice drive.
Dranginis.
Good help. Okafor.
Dranginis.
Look at the big guy in the right spot.
Yeah, Karnowski with the putback.
He is a load around that rim. You can't get around those shoulders.
Now with 4 points on the game.
Gonzaga here really has to have a defensive stand, try to contain these Blue Devils.
A nice little dribble exchange.
Winslow.
Big baskets usually, huh?
Yep.
We've seen it so many times, you expect them to go in the late going. Pangos all the way to the hole.
Ooh, a little of his own medicine against, right? Justice.
And that's what you do against a shot blocker. You go right at him. Don't try to avoid it. Pango's showing his savvy on the break.
Little spurt here by the Zags out of the break to crawl within 3.
Okafor's got to find people if he gets it in there. Don't take a bad shot if they do go to him. Containment on the outside, very important. Here comes Cook off the curl.
Tough shot. And it's taken away by Dranginis.
Pangos looks like he's got a little extra gear right now. You got Wilshire on the post up on the other side.
Dranginis, Wiltshire. And there was contact in the act of shooting, they say. The home of the Masters, Augusta National, hosting the Drive, Chip, and Putt National Finals April 5th. For more information, TV times, and to register your 7 to 15-year-old for next year's competition, go online to drivechipandputt.com. Second foul on Winslow.
And the tough thing is 79% shooter. He can mix his game up, and not the quickest guy going to the rim, but has a pace about himself and protects the ball.
Well, because he's a great shooter, you have to get up and respect him, and he's being smart, attacking the basket, getting to the free throw line.
Matt Jones back in. We talked to Wiltshire yesterday. Oregon kid. Grew up in Portland. Always a fan of the Duke program, in part because of Kyle Singler, who came from Oregon and, of course, traveled out to Duke and was a member of that 2010 national championship team.
Mike Dunleavy as well. Lived out in Portland. Dad played coach for the Trailblazers. A little Oregon connection.
A little 7-1 stretch here for the Zags.
Nice job. Nice. Ooh, I thought he had Okafor.
Top of the key. Three-pointer, back of the rim. Bell knows that Trent Guinness is behind him. And now the Zags come up, can tie it with a 2, take the lead with a 3.
Got a mismatch. Wilcher on Jones.
Ooh, nice hands by Jones. Well, he's got him inside.
Under 5 to go here in the South Regional Final.
There's that high-low they like to run.
Nice pass.
Wilcher missed the lay-in. That would have tied it.
I think he was afraid the footsteps. A little bit large, Okafor.
Back at this end. Duke 4+ without a basket. And Winslow able to draw contact.
Mark Few had a great situation here. They love that high-low. You don't play me. Nice patience, and I just think the anticipation, unbelievable. And the other end, Wilcher, a nice look here. A little bit of a quick release, but the other end, how about the ability to put it on the deck, and Justice getting to the foul line.
Got a 4th foul on Karnowski. And he'll head to the bench. Sabonis takes his place.
Guarding Winslow, you have to play his left hand. You know he wants to get to the left. Gonzaga's got to be aware of that. Now Karnowski has to sit.
And Winslow cans them both.
Sabonis very tough on the box. Got an array of deliveries.
Got a mismatch. Cook on Sabonis.
A nice help by Okafor shading. Extra look.
Pangos, 3 is long.
And you've done a couple of the shots they normally make. His floater, Bell's jumper earlier. That jump shot, usually they can count on him.
Pangos has been held to 4 points.
He has worked at this end, though. He's had to play Cook, who is tireless and uses screens well. Using a little clock now. I'd slide it out here. Good job.
7 to shoot.
Tough shot.
Yeah, long one.
Look who's there.
Picked up by Winslow, and it's going to be a foul call on Trent Guinness.
Nobody stuck him. Ever present. Incredible pursuit.
Who will it be? The final piece of the puzzle, Duke or Gonzaga? We've got 3:38 to settle things down here in Texas. Half, 14 points for the game.
On the way to a Final Four, it's not always just stars, it's the complementary, the role players stepping up at the right time, and Matt Jones has done that, particularly here in the second half, hitting big shots for the Blue Devils.
And all the dribble drive got the heads turned. Wilcher out there late on that shot we showed, so they've got to do a better job keeping them in front of them.
Winslow now 5 for 5 at the line. As you see, Okafor's father, Chucky.
I love the T-shirt, huh? Did your dad have one of those?
Nah, I don't think Calvin Hill was that stylish.
Turning on the big guy.
I'll ask him about that next week.
Now, where do you go? I think Wilcher, Karnowski low. Ball screen, pick and pop. They're trying to get it all. Nice help. And the post up. Little jump hook.
Setting up Winslow. Turn around off the glass, short.
And look who's there. Great defense, great effort. Woo, what a ticker this kid has.
Yeah, he had at least 10 rebounds in each of the first 3 tournament games. Gene Banks off that 78 team had 4 such rebounding efforts as a freshman at Duke.
This is where they eat that clock. Very comfortable with their guard penetration at the end of it. Force him right.
Going ISO here.
Tough shot. He's hit it every single game. The big shot that in the end appears to be the dagger. Still 2:42 to play here.
You said it right. Every game during the tournament, Justice Big Shot Winslow hits another.
How about some early unders? Big time.
Out in Spokane, Washington. Do not talk about mid-major. That makes them cringe because they've got a track record that's pretty remarkable.
And you can't blame it. Of course, they talk about the class of the Duke program, and they exemplify that too as well. And of course, now they have a little three-quarter chord press, 1-2-1-1 that they use at times, and trying to stimulate a little hurry play by Duke. The guards make free throws. Good with the basketball for Duke. Very tough to shake him up.
I think Wesley right here, you know it's going to go to Winslow somehow, some way. Wesley's got to get in here and take the challenge defensively.
Don't forget, Jones likes to go all the way himself.
Here he goes driving in, and it's blocked by Wiltshire. One to shoot. Okafor unable to get the jumper to go. But it's Winslow losing it as he goes up, but it's off Gonzaga.
It's uncanny, the big-time plays that this kid comes up with. I'm going to check out, make sure they get it right the last 2 minutes of the game.
You're going to check the monitor for sure to see who touched it last.
Well, that is extraordinary, though, isn't it? Oh, maybe been off him there. Look at it, didn't it?
Might have been off him. But you got to love his desire, his fight, determination there to get the ball. Winslow, it really is remarkable how he has stepped up every game in the tournament. A steal, a block shot, a big three-pointer, just really taking his team, putting on his back. But you could be right, Bill. It might be off his back, off his leg, excuse me, there.
I just think the ankle problem, too. To take a look at the little referees have a little problem getting the correct look. But just imagine what this ankle is going to be like tomorrow. Of course, tomorrow they can take care of it, but look at this. I think it was off him.
Well, if Duke is fortunate to win, his ankle will feel better for sure.
Exactly.
But it might have gone off his leg there, his foot.
It gives a couple of free timeouts from both sides, and be interesting to see what Mark Few comes up with.
It's a crucial call here because just 1:46 left in the game, and if it does, in fact, stay with Duke, the original call, again, they can work it down a little bit deeper.
I agree, and
it's going to be off of Winslow. They've just come over to tell us it'll be Gonzaga ball.
That was the right call.
And then you're right how big this play is. Now you get your quick hitter, get up, get your defense set, and get yourself back in. And they got some people who can get to the rim as well, and Pangos and, of course, Bell.
Gonzaga's had too many lapses at this end in the game. They had that one at the end of the first half. They've got another 450 without a field goal. As Tyus Jones is called for that, his second.
And not a good one for a heady kid, and he knows it. Because they're the one to give.
That's the 15th foul on the Blue Devils.
Well, they got what they want. Nice job by Cook. Now he's got to elevate over and give away the sixth foul. Smart play. I guess this guy's been around the block on the bench, this Coach K.
Yeah, and this Coach K, by the way, if they win this game, he'd be going to the Final Four for the 12th time, which would tie the all-time record of John Wooden. Karnowski almost lost it. Now, powering in, and they're going to call him for traveling.
And Okafor, look at Cook over there. Pat them on the back, complimenting him. What a leader that kid is. Just solid defensive play, the big, broad body now. Bang! Boy, that takes some strength, too. Woo.
So they bring in Sabonis. Now they're going to have to really ratchet up the intensity here. And the pressure, the full court pressure.
And they play the inbounder too, not with size. The initial trap, there's that rotation. And 3 good heads in the backcourt. Giveaway by Bell.
It's tough right there. Quinn Cook, Tyus Jones, excellent free throw shooters. I thought maybe fouling Winslow, percentage-wise, a little bit less. But that's what you had to do, is try to get a steal, if not a foul quickly.
Marcy, Mark's wife, unbelievable. Tough for family and everybody. We come to this situation, come this far, and
they don't want to see these seniors. They are so close to this particular bunch. Their kids, they say, are at that impressionable age too, where they're looking for role models. And he said, I couldn't ask for any better role models than these seniors at Gonzaga.
Come so far with a great effort. And this program continues just to amaze people. But Mark Few is the head. The kind of kids they attract. It's major league all the way.
Wiltshire, 3. They needed it. Cook has it.
Looking to get a trap.
And Tyus Jones lost it.
Well, I think they're going to look at the camera. I think they got it wrong. They're going to look. They're going to look for the camera, but I do think Jones lost it.
Tonight on 60 Minutes, some patients are using words like cure and miracle when talking about an experimental cancer treatment. Is it a breakthrough? Plus an interview with Syria's President Assad, only CBS.
Man, this one's easy, I think. And Jones, he's a freshman. He knows all the moves. The
little reach around, Dran Guinness.
Yeah, maybe they did get it right.
You know, you talked earlier about Mark Few and his players, his seniors. Yesterday when we sat down and spoke with him, he said he wanted to keep playing just because he loves this group and the opportunity to stay together, be together. A lot of time still left, a minute left, down 10. But you could feel the love and affection that he had for his players, and it was a mutual feeling. And they may just come up short here against a talented Duke ball club.
And you know what I love? He said we were a mom and pop deal. We're treated as well as anybody in the country is what he said. And they're still taking a look. You're right, Jim. I don't know if it hit him after. If you don't have absolute certainty.
Yeah, I think that's the right call. It's Duke ball.
It's going to stay with Duke. Well, the Gonzaga program, Mark Few has seen it from so many different lenses as an assistant under Dan Fitzgerald and Coach Monson, 10 years as an assistant, all these years as a head coach. They've gone from sleeping on the floors as assistant coaches.
When they went over to Europe, inexpensive taste, certainly, having pizza for dinner.
That's on his recruiting trip to Karnowski to see him.
Yeah, they have raised this program to an incredible level. And this is the tough time, I think.
As reality is beginning to set in. Duke without a single turnover the last 17 minutes of this game, and only 2 for the entire game.
Now you think about the little things that make a team great. This kid, his attitude is one of them.
His energy, his leadership. We talked yesterday about communication. He's that guy that lifts everybody up. Quinn Cook, the heart and soul of the Duke Blue Devils.
And very close to another member I mentioned a little earlier, Kyle Singler, but Nolan Smith from the Duke teams, championship teams, an ACC Player of the Year, and All-America. It's a big brother to him. As Duke now is within a minute of going back to Indianapolis, a city where they've already won a couple of national championships, 91 and 2010. And Matt Jones lays it in.
Mike Krzyzewski, the Ponce de Leon of college coaching.
That goes long.
These kids have energized him.
That last steal and bucket by Matt Jones. I don't know if I've seen Coach K jump that high before, as Jones gets out and seals the victory. But Coach K,
look at him get up.
Is he excited or what, Coach?
He didn't jump that high when he played at West Point.
By new episodes of Madam Secretary, The Good Wife, and Battle Creek, only CBS. Gonzaga led by 4 with 16 minutes left. And there's been an 18-point swing since that time. And there's going to be one play, I'm sure, that they won't forget either. The chance to tie it, the lay-in Wiltshire had. No one around him, and he missed it. He's had such a spectacular season, player of the year in the conference. But Duke just down the stretch, dominated. Gonzaga looks like it'll go the last 6.5 without a basket.
They're just going to hold it, I think, get the shot clock violation and get some subs in so guys get an opportunity. Mark Few was telling us yesterday about the respect for the class of the Duke program, and they exemplify it too. Very tough sitting there after a wonderful year. And how about this?
Paliuka gets to come in.
You know, he always says he's Chicago tough, but I think he's got a soft heart somewhere in there.
The Duke Blue Devils going back to the big dance, the ultimate dance in Indianapolis.
He likes that town, you told me.
Yeah, 2 championships there, 2 in Minneapolis. A total of 4. And he has just tied the one and only John Wooden for any coach taking teams to the Final Four, now for the 12th time.
Anytime you tie the Wizard of Westwood, John Wooden, that is super impressive. But Coach K has done a fantastic job leading this team, making them believe all season that they can get to the Final Four. And now they're there. It's going to be a good Final Four next weekend.
Oh, is it ever. Kentucky, Wisconsin, they qualified yesterday. Duke and Michigan State, they took the last 2 spots today.
3 #1 seeds, a lot of blue bloods there in the Final Four. But this was a great game today. Congrats to Duke.
For Bill Raftery, Grant Hill, Tracy Wolfson, Jim Nance saying so long from Houston, along with Mark Wolf and Bob Fishman down at the truck and all the crew. Duke is the South Regional Champion heading to the Final Four. Tonight on CBS 60 Minutes, Madam Secretary, The Good Wife, and Battle Creek. This has been a presentation of CBS Sports. We'll send it to our New York studio after these messages. We'll see you next week from Indianapolis.
Who me? Are we doing? Hey, where QC at?
Hey, Cap.
Where's Q?
Coach, you just said it to your team. You said it to Tyus. The way they responded in those first 4 minutes of that second half.
Well, we were knocked back, and we had a couple timeouts, and we weren't ourselves, and they're real good. And these kids responded. Ja picked up his game unbelievably, and then everybody defensively. I think they only scored about 12 points or so the last 15 minutes of the game, and they're the best offensive team in the country. So whoever said these guys can't play defense, they haven't been watching us in the NCAA tournament.
You've talked all year about how special this team is. We saw the emotion from you on the sidelines. It's your 12th time going to the Final Four, but it's their first.
Yeah, it's my first time with them. You know what? I have loved every second with these kids. They know, I may be 68, but I'm one of them, right? And we have a good time. They've made it so damn enjoyable. They're a great, great group.
Well, good luck in Indy. Let me talk to Justice over here, and it just seems like you're always in the right place at the right time, especially here in Houston, in your hometown. What is it about taking over games?
Man, it's nothing about taking over games. It's just about everybody making a big play. You know, Ty steps up, Josh steps up. So, you know, it was a collective effort, and I love these guys, man. I couldn't have done it with my teammates. So, man, we headed to the Final Four. I can't be more happy than this.
You said it. You had your time at home, but now you're headed to Indianapolis. How much are you looking forward to that experience?
It's what we've been working for all year. I mean, it's our captain. He'll tell you. I mean, every day he's pushing us. He pushes us every day, and so I just can't think that this is the guy you need to talk to. It's our leader right here.
Congratulations, you guys.
Members of the
Please assemble on the orange stage. Thank you. Your attention, please, to present the South Regional Championship Trophy this evening. Please welcome Bruce Rasmussen, the 2015 NCAA Division I Men's Basketball Championship Committee.
On behalf of the NCAA and the Men's Basketball Committee, we would like to
with 16
congratulate both teams for their outstanding effort today and throughout the tournament. Now it gives me great pleasure to present to Coach Mike Krzyzewski and the Duke Blue Devils the South Regional Championship Trophy.
Excuse me, just to, this is a magical moment for us, but we played a magical team in Gonzaga. Mark Few and his kids they built an amazing program that stands every test. It's the model for college basketball. To have the honor to compete against them today and be lucky enough to win makes it even better. But congratulations to Mark and his team and the Gonzaga faithful. That first of all, just